Guys, before this video starts, I want to tell you about this sick website that sells hella cheap NBA jerseys. The website is ringchasers.com. I copped myself a few jerseys on there a while back, and I honestly don't know how their prices are this cheap. If you guys want to get a sick deal on a jersey, make sure you check them out. Link will be in the description, and use code LQG at checkout for an extra 10% off. What's going on, guys? It's LQG, and today I'm back with another video. So today I have for you guys NBA Legends Explain how good Allen Iverson was. Now, we already did one of those and you guys really enjoyed it, so I'm going to bring part 2, a second one of these. If you haven't already seen part 1, I will leave a link in the description so you can watch it after this video. But before we get into the video, make sure you guys smash the like button. Let's see if we can hit 100 likes on this video, and also subscribe to the channel to catch all the new content. We're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so make sure you don't miss out. With that being said, let's get into NBA Legends Explain how good Allen Iverson was.
Like it wasn't there. How about that spin move by Iverson?
Toughest guard to defend because of their dribbling ability.
Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
AI.
I'm gonna have to go with Allen Iverson, man.
Allen Iverson is one of the guys that, because of his speed and quickness, is just hard to guard. Yeah, you have to really, really focus on him.
Well, that's just a monster move by Iverson.
Every minute, every second on the court, you have to know where he is because he is that dominant.
Not a guard out there that does things like he do on the floor. I mean, he's unbelievable.
That is a sensational move from Allen Iverson. At 6 feet, he is basically unstoppable.
Iverson just come at you and you know you're like, what's gonna happen next?
There, Iverson can do just about anything he wants against anybody in basketball.
AI has been doing it for years. You know, his crossovers, his toughness. One game in Philly, he was just rocking the points up.
Iverson flings his way in for 2. How did he do that?
When I just, found myself looking, I'm like, this guy is unbelievable.
He's an assassin, especially in the full court. He can't be stopped.
He says Iverson held it, and a foul by AI.
The toughest player probably to stop in the open court is Allen Iverson. I think he does a bulk of his damage and scoring in the open court.
The speed that he possesses from baseline to baseline, I don't think it's matched by anyone in this league.
And here come the Sixers on the run. Iverson. Whoa, man, what a move.
Iverson behind the back, and he laid it in.
Proud.
Iverson is one of the greatest players to ever play the game. He's in the top 5. Ever. He's in the top 5. And the reason why I say that because he's probably the only guy that takes a beating like I do. Never complains. He has so much heart.
And AI as a competitor, he drove me to be as more obsessive about the game because I had to figure out how to solve that problem, And I told him when I saw him here this weekend, I said, man, you don't realize how much you pushed me, and I don't think people nowadays realize how great you were as a player, and how big of a problem you were for defenses. I'm happy for them both.
Do you remember how many points you had in that game against Iverson when he scored 60?
No, I don't. He scored 60. We lost. It was a tough loss. So I don't remember.
You had 16.
It's just a tough competitor, man. Rick, I remember my first year coaching in Toronto. I'm in this little restaurant I go to, a little quiet place. In walks AI. We got a Sunday afternoon game, 12 o'clock, and AI is hanging pretty good, and it's early. And I'm sending them drinks, and I'm like, AI, keep drinking up, keep eating. And he looks at me as he's drinking one of my drinks. He said, Coach, it's not gonna work. I love Toronto. I like to put a show on here. And he commenced to coming out and giving us about 49 the next day at 12 o'clock. And to me, pound for pound, one of the most toughest competitors in the NBA. He knew he was gonna get hit, knew he was gonna get beat, and yet he kept getting up and he kept coming. And so, like Grant said, much deserved, one of the toughest players ever in the history of this game for his side.
Who's on your short list of best competitors you've faced?
Michael Jordan, Allen Iverson are the two that come to mind immediately. And then, in my generation, AI was much the same. From opening tip to the end, this guy was just going and going and going. And he'd always put you in jeopardy. So those two guys are the most competitive.
Number 3, because Iverson, he changed the whole culture of the game. And, one of my pound for pound best player to ever play, 6 foot, 155, but the stuff he was doing was unheard of, man, unseen. So, I got tremendous amount of respect for Allen Iverson. The way he changed the game, it was an honor just to be able to play against him.
I got a chance to watch this young man play. Arguably, there's not that many, the greatest little man ever. Probably the best scorer for his size in the history of the NBA.
tough as nails. Because obviously we all, Ken and Shaq can attest, you're always physically beat up in the NBA. And for this little guy to play, have such a career like he had, I look forward to when the Sixers put his number in the Raptors and when he goes in the Hall of Fame. It's been an honor and a pleasure to watch him play.
You know, we always talk about who's a dog and who's not a dog in the NBA. This guy was definitely a dog. He always came to play every night. You know, people perceived him as being a problem person, but I know him personally, you know, great guy, loves to compete, loves to win. I can honestly say if they faced anyone else besides the Lakers in the finals that year, he would have a championship ring.
Time there, so I want to ask you guys in your career, who did you not want to face the most?
AI was mine.
All right.
I loved it. It's not that I didn't want to face him, but knowing that it's going to be an uphill battle. You know, I always had a tough time with little, really fast guys. And as you can see right there, he got by me pretty easy.
Bubba Chuck!
But he was just fearless.
Oh,
you know, he was fearless. I mean, he never let up. I mean, he's a warrior. You couldn't bully him. I could bully a lot of guys. You couldn't bully him. I mean, AI was my guy for sure.
Second consecutive year that we've been up here on this stage. You've been nominated once again. Congratulations on that. How do you feel about that?
I feel very excited until I saw that Allen Iverson was nominated. So this is the honest to God truth. I retired because of Allen Iverson. He came down and he did that crossover thing, and I tried it, and then he laid it up, and then he hit me on the butt running by, and I knew it was time to go.
With the first pick, the Sixers select Allen Iverson. Iverson, the crossover dribble. Iverson. Oh, no! Iverson stole the ball. And how do you like that? Iverson has Jordan. Allen shakes, Ray gets two. Iverson steps over Toronto.
In the category of missed opportunities and what if and living totally up to potential, does Allen Iverson fit in there at all for any of you here?
No, I don't think so.
He reached it to.
He maxed out.
He maxed out. I don't think there's any guard that size other than Isaiah that's going to have that career. I don't think anyone.
I think a lot of the guards like Ty Lawson, they thanking Allen Iverson, thanking guys like Isaiah to say, you know what, if I'm 5'10", 5'11", or even 6 foot, I can use my quickness. If I got a jump shot, use the pick and roll. Allen Iverson said that he can get knocked down 100 times, he's getting right back up.
Yeah, but being at 2.
I think he maxed out. Yeah, I don't think he. You won't look at Allen Iverson and say he did not reach his potential. I mean, he was MVP of our league once. You know,
4-time scoring champion.
Yeah, so
there's nothing. If he get more out of that,
What is the legacy of Allen Iverson?
Oh, huge heart, big time competitor, prolific scorer, back down to no one, could get to the basket and finish over the top, knock down mid-range shots, could shoot the three, but also not only the numbers, but a cultural icon. Michael Jordan in the 90s, when you talk about his tongue wag, and then in 2000, you talk about Allen Iverson ushering the hip-hop generation to the NBA. Tattoos, cornrows. You didn't see that from an MVP in 2000. That was sort of taboo in the NBA. So for him to show up and still have that flair, that personality, and also be able to connect with different generations across the globe, ultimately, I think those are the things that come back to haunt you in the end when people want to kick you on the way down, kind of like I saw with Barry Bonds in baseball.
So myself, Eric Snow, Aaron McKee, Tyrone Hill, Mutombo, and everybody else on the team.
Yeah.
You know, you have to prepare for a game, your next opponent.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime Coach Brown would stop and coach, that's when he got mad. but I mean, to me, I understood him because he was so gifted and so talented.
Yeah.
I mean, he could draw, he could play football, he could rap. Anything he wanted to do, he could have made millions.
Wow.
I believe.
Wow.
So, but anytime Coach Brown would stop and teach, and it wasn't that he didn't want to learn.
Right.
He was just so talented. He took off a month for a broken finger and came back and scored 30, 40 points. And I'm telling you, no practices, no nothing.
So that's it for this video, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Like I said at the beginning, we're releasing daily videos for all of 2021, so you don't want to miss out. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you guys for watching and have a great day.